Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make this very simple logo transition in DaVinci Resolve. And this will also work in the free version. So I'm going to go to the end of the timeline and here's some footage. Let's say, for example, I wanted to make a transition between two clips. I've got a PNG for a logo for a particular what I want to use as a transition. If I now drag that onto the timeline, this is a transparent PNG, as you can see here. I want to now make this just a little bit smaller. Whoops, not that one. I want to make the actual logo itself a bit smaller. Scale it down to something like that. Now the idea is I want this logo to actually start off on the left hand side and then come across and then go to the right hand side, literally just going across the screen. So we can do this by using the mechanism of keyframes in DaVinci Resolve. So I'm clicking on the logo here. This is my transform on the top right. We want to play around with the position, the X position here. So I'm now at the beginning of my actual clip. So I want that to be on the left hand side. So I'm just going to drag that, or the X, all the way across to something like its starting position, maybe something like this. That'd be fine. Now, because we're at the start of the playhead, we want to create a keyframe at that position, at the starting point. So right on the right hand side there are the diamonds. You want to click that until it goes red. So we now have a keyframe in that position. If you go to the left hand side here at the top and click keyframes, which I've done here, you'll have the panel on over on the left hand side, and you can see it's now created, if I just move this head out of the way, some dots on that position there for the particular start of the clip. I'm now going to position the playhead at the end of the clip, just by moving it across, just here. Press back a few times, just to take it to pretty much near the end of the clip. And now we want to create another keyframe at this position. So once again, just like before, click the little diamond, so it's red, and now change the X coordinate all the way across to where you want it to finish, about there. And now we have two keyframes. If I go to the beginning and play, I have my animation going across. Now that's going across a lot slower than I particularly wanted. So this is a case of just making our clip smaller than we want, maybe something like that. And because I made it smaller, I'm going to have to redo the keyframe because it's now kind of off the clip here, if you find. So the way to undo your keyframe is if you go at the top here, you have these two arrows. That allows you to move between the two keyframes. So one is at the beginning and one at the end, because the playhead is at the middle position. I want to keep the one on the start, but I want to remove the one at the end. So I'm just going to click the arrow here, taking me to where the keyframe is. As you can see, it's now off the clip. So I want to now delete that keyframe. And as you can see, because it's moved to this position, I need to now temporarily extend the clip to this point, just past where the playhead is, and we can see the red dot. Now we can delete that keyframe. So we've only got one keyframe, as indicated by the back arrow here. Now I can make my clip smaller. So let's say make it something, whoops, like maybe that. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Let's get to my playhead in the right place. Now go to the end of the clip, about there. Redo the keyframe by clicking the red diamond, or clicking the diamond so it goes red. Moving it across to where I want it, about there. And now I should have my two keyframes at the higher speed. And there we go, we have my animation. What I want to do next is have a black background appearing while the transition is taking place. Start off with it sort of fully transparent, and then about halfway point we're going to make it opaque, and at the end we're going to make it transparent again. So I'm just going to drag this guy up onto another track so we have some space underneath. Go to on left hand side to effects, and we're looking for the generators here, and then looking for solid color. Clicking on that and dropping that under our actual logo. Let's just now resize it to make it the same. And if we click in the middle, we got our PNG roughly in the middle. So here's our black background. Let's zoom in a little bit here. So the idea is I want the black background as part of the animation to start off in a fully transparent position. So let's just click on it, make sure it's selected, go to settings on the right hand side, and then we're looking for opacity. So let's just scroll down here and we can see we have opacity at 100%, so it's fully opaque. Don't forget to create a keyframe at this position. So I'm going to click the red diamond. So we've got a keyframe. Now take it to what we want, which is basically fully transparent on the first keyframe. There it is. Now about halfway along, when it comes to when the JPEG or so comes to about the halfway point, I want to then make the black appear opaque. So we want to create another keyframe. Click the diamond again. We now have a second keyframe, and I want to drag this all the way up until it's fully opaque, like so. That's the second keyframe done, and I want to make the third keyframe. So just like before, we're going to drag our playhead until about the final position, maybe a couple of frames back. Create a third keyframe by clicking the diamond as before, and then just dragging this back down to 0 to be fully reveal the background, also the foot video behind, should I say. Now if we go to the beginning and play our actual animation, we have it going to black and then reappearing. And of course you could also add in a little special effect or sound effect, which I'm going to do just here when I find my file. I'd like a whoosh effect, drag that into my audio channel about here. Maybe I'd make it to this track here, resize it just so we want the whoosh sound. And now if we play it, we have our transition. Now you might want to reuse this in several parts of your video. So what you want to do is you can create this as a compound clip now that we have our animation working by selecting all the bits. So you want to click the PNG, the background, and also the sound effect, but not the actual video itself. Then right click on one of these and then do new compound clip. Give it a name, something like, I'm just going to give it logo transition, and then click create. Now it's kind of merged the two tracks into this one here, but not the audio. So this is also part of the compound clip. This is the video and this is the actual audio. If you want to see what's inside it, you can right click on the video itself and then do decompose in place using clips only, and it's going to take you back to what you had originally. So if you want to re-edit it or make any changes or add to it, you can do so by just decomposing it. So back again, I'm just going to make it back into the compound clip. Right click, new compound clip, call it what I had before, which is logo transition. Hit create. Now if I do find a media pool, I have my logo transition created, which I can now reuse by copying and pasting and simply dropping into any other place in my video. And there we go, a very simple and easy to do transition for animating a logo inside DaVinci Resolve, which also works in the free version. Hope it's useful, and don't forget of course to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more simple to follow DaVinci Resolve tutorials.